Man is a social animal. It is a basic instinct to know the well-being of our loved ones. I, Moksha Sharma, welcome you all for the live streaming of our assembly. A very good morning to everyone present. From waiting for months for a pigeon to deliver a message, from booking a trunk call, from waiting for the local postman to deliver the mail, we have come a long way. From waiting for the weekly computer class to our daily virtual sessions. Yes, we have come a long way. 9D is here to present this journey in the form of our assembly, the evolution of technology. Let us begin on an auspicious note by inviting Shriya Ghai for the morning prayer.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
Thanks, Shriya. I hope we are all rejuvenated. Let us invite Pavni Chadha to share the thought for the day.
Good morning, everyone. Today I will be sharing a thought by Bill Gates. The advancement of technology is based on making it fit, and so that you don't really even notice it. It's so part of everyday life. Thank you.
It's important to be aware and updated with news in our country as well as all over the globe. Now, I would like to invite the GOENKA reporters to present the national, international, sports, and school news. For national news, we have Arav Vadoria. For international news, we have Ashita Arora. For sports news, we have Lavya Kapoor. And school news will be shared by Bhumika Sabarwal.
The national news is as follows. SC allows NEET Part 2 on October 14 for students who couldn't appear due to restrictions. Government to give rupees 12,000 crore special interest-free 50-year loan to states. COVID-19 school closure may cost over $400 billion to India, says World Bank. Thank you.
International news. Donald Trump's physician confirms that he is no longer contagious after 10 days of isolation. Confirmed last Sunday that the US imposed restrictions against China's Semiconductor Manufacturing International Cooperation (SMIC). Bangladesh PM's daughter inaugurates efforts towards campaign Women's Safety in Public Places (WSPP). One of China's leading COVID-19 vaccine candidate called BBIBP Core was shown safe and elicited immune response in an early human phase called human trial.
Sports news is as follows. Gaining confidence with every session of sports activities, says hockey player Gurjeet Kaur. Los Angeles Lakers run past Miami Heat for 17th NBA championship. RCB versus KKR. ABD played like a superhuman on a pitch where other batsmen struggled, says Kohli. Radical plans for Premier League not dead yet despite swift opposition. Thank you.
The school news is as follows. Investiture ceremony. The school organized its first ever virtual investiture ceremony for the academic year 2020-21 on October 2, 2020. It was indeed a proud moment for every Goenkan to witness the historic event happen with such seamlessness. Our respected principal ma'am, Mrs. Anuradha Handa, congratulated all the office bearers and wished them the best for roles and responsibilities assigned. Project Talim. The Student Council of GD Goenka Public School, following the Gandhian philosophy of extending help by gathering the community, has collaborated with the Vidya School to provide them with the devices which can lead to uninterrupted online teaching for their students appearing for class 10 and 12 board examinations. On behalf of the entire school, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and big thanks to everyone who has contributed for the noble cause. I request everyone to wholeheartedly participate in this charity drive in order to make the mission of helping students at Vidya School possible. We must ensure that, like us, each child gets equally fortunate opportunities to receive quality education without worrying about any lack of resources. In the next phase, our school's class 10 and 12 students will also engage in peer learning with the students of class 10 and 12 at Vidya School to support them till their board exams. Inter-school competitions. October is the month of festivals and it becomes even more vibrant when we have more than 15 inter-school competitions lined up, having started from October 15, 2020 across various schools of Delhi NCR. We wish all our Goenkans the best for their participation and send our good wishes to them to win accolades for our school. We are participating in a series of competitions such as information technology, literary events, painting, dance, music, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, reporters, for updating us with the current affairs. Poetry is a very raw form of expression. We have amongst us Bhavansh Bansal, who will share his thoughts on technology through a self-composed poem.
Good morning, everyone. Today I will be presenting a self composed poem on technology. From the glorious days when there was no COVID, now there is technology which parents can't forget. The greatest evolution of technology happened in the past years. Therefore, now we can talk online with our ears, especially the section of gaming. It's blooming and flaming. From preventing the educational system to die, the engineers are not letting the GDP cry. The workload might have been increased, but the life of people hasn't freezed. They may be stuck at their homes, but that's how they found a new world on their phones. The never stopping technology evolution leads to the hardest challenges that can be practiced in a simulation. Its fast growth might be scary, but it will lead our life to become merry. Our life is dependent on it. We might not notice, but it affects us every bit. Thank you.
Through her melodious voice, Sanya Sharma will take us on an enchanting experience through her song.
रूह से बहती हुई दुनिया इशारे दे कुछ मेरे राज तेरे राज आवारा से खो गए हम कहाँ रंग साए जहाँ खो गए हम कहाँ रंग साए जहाँ तेरे मेरे रास्ते हैं जादुई इमारतें हैं मैं भी हूँ तू भी है यहाँ खोई सोई सड़कों पे सितारों के कंधों पे हम नचते उड़ते हैं यहाँ खो गए हम कहाँ रंग साए जहाँ खो गए हम कहाँ रंग साए जहाँ
जो भूमिका को बोलना था वो ये
Thank you, Sanya. We, the Gen Z, think we know it all when it comes to technology. I would like to invite Anya Sharma and Bhumika Sabharwal to ignite your minds with trivia related to technology that would simply blow your mind.
Technical trivia. Interesting term, isn't it? Do you know that Tristan Harris, who's an American ethicist and computer scientist, has described our phones as slot machines? All day, we are made to glue to these screens to just scroll and refresh. How foolish of us! According to a research by Gloria Mark, when interrupted while doing a task, it takes 23 minutes to refocus. Further, the more interruptions we get, the more likely are we to self interrupt. On an average, we self interrupt every 3.5 minutes. Were you aware of this? But do you have any idea how design can help us with lesser distractions? Let me tell you. Instead of the goal of chat being sending messages easily and quickly, we redesign it to create high quality human communication and relationships. Adding human value to the goal of design greatly helps. Let me introduce you to an app called Couchsurfing. This app, in 2003, developed a metric for measuring its success in terms of human design goals. They started with asking the users the number of positive experiences they had with the app and subtracted the amount of hours spent by the user on their website. They believed that the latter was really a cost to the user's time. What they were left with was net good time created, the net hours that wouldn't have existed if couchsurfing wasn't there. I think we as Gen Z users need to demand for such a new type of technology, something which will create a global shift from time spent to time well spent. What do you all think?
It's our immense fortune that we have amongst us some top CEOs from the field of technology for a panel discussion today. Let's open the discussion and hear what they have to say. Bhavansh and Lavya as the senators, Anmol as the CEO of Google, and Shreya as the CEO of Microsoft.
We would like to ask Mr. Sundar Pichai some questions. My son has an iPhone. I want to download a game from the Play Store, but I can't find it. Where is the Play Store? There's only App Store in this. Why can't I download the same?
Senator, iOS is an operating system built by Apple, which is very different from the Android operating system, and each operating system has its own specific requirements and apps.
How do I get the software of Google for my son's Apple device?
Senator, you can't do that directly. For that, you need to purchase an Android device.
Well, that's gonna cost a lot.
Off to another question, which I rather think is important, unlike the one which Mr. Bhavan asked. In 2018, there was a major data leakage for over 5 million users. It caused a lot of customers to lose faith and trust in the company. How are you going to attract them back? How are you willing to secure the data of billions of users going forward?
Congressman, if I may. So, we do remember that, and in response to a data breach, enterprise consumers were notified of the impact of the bug and given instruction how to save, download, and delete the data prior to the Google Plus shutdown. These issues were also analyzed by Data Protection Office, and we found out that no protection office were harmed. But, uh, uh, but as we found out that Google Plus is not being used in abundance as a social media network, we decided to shut it down.
Now let's shift our focus from Mr. Pichai to Mrs. Gates. Is my location being leaked by Microsoft? Is this possible?
Senator, you see, this depends on the features of Windows and browsers that you are using. For instance, Cortana can access your location, but only if you give it permission to do so. Also, once you give location access, only the device's last known location will be saved. This last known history can also be deleted in the settings. We at Microsoft maintain the timeless value of privacy and preserve the ability for you to control your data.
Ms. Melinda Gates, another question for you is, can the people use Windows Defender and a third-party security tool together?
Senator, it is not possible for two security systems to be online at once. Thus, when a third party security tool is installed, Windows turns off its default security service and its settings remain inactive until you uninstall the third party security tool. In addition, security updates and critical updates protect against vulnerabilities to malware and security exploits. By default, these updates are downloaded and installed by our update service automatically.
Well, I think those were all the questions we needed to ask you. Thank you very much for your time, Ms. Gates and Mr. Pichai.
To understand the nuances of technology in a more creative format, I would like to invite Rhea Bansal to share her original thoughts through her self-composed poem. Technology is a man's best friend. That makes it such a beautiful blend. Everywhere is its extent. Near or far, it's already present. Technology of our modern age, invented by many creative ace to continuously improve our race and make our world a better place. Technology can make people happy and sad. It is one of those things that is good as well as bad. Technology brings us close, but takes near one far. It makes us aware, but creates doubts in our heart. Let's use technology wisely, brightly, and thoughtfully, but not blindly. Thank you. Our classmates took the theme of technology a step further and have interpreted it through a dance performance. Let us welcome Chavi Rao and Samriddhi Nair. Games, especially digital ones, are an extension of the creativity in technology. To understand its impact on students better, we would like to present a situational conversation to understand how games and gaming is perceived by students in today's day and age. Gaming is always one aspect of technology which students enjoy the most. At GD Goenka, counselors and teachers try to keep a healthy balance between understanding the importance of playtime and showing responsible behavior. Is gaming good or bad? This always remains an open debate. Our parents and teachers are always concerned when we indulge in excessive gaming because not only do we waste our time, but as children, we don't realize how our health is getting affected. There is no denial that there aren't positive aspects of gaming as well, such as hand eye coordination, better judgment, problem solving approach, and creative enhancement. The positive cannot be highlighted in us until we realize to manage our time and be responsible players. Today, we would like to show you an enactment between a parent and child who are quarreling over this issue of digital games. Let's see if they are able to find a balance or not. The parent's role will be played by Arav Bhadoria and Ashita Arora, whereas the role of children will be played by Sadhika Saji and Bhavansh Bansal.
The day doesn't seem to end. Online classes, then modules. Let me relax my mind by playing a game on my PlayStation.
The parent comes back from work and sees Sadhika devotedly playing a violent video game.
Sadhika, what are you doing? Stop playing. This is such a violent game. It will affect your health, beta. Please, instead play something lighter, something which is not so violent.
Dad, please let me play. I finished all my work and I wanted to relax my mind. Why do you keep stopping me?
Beta Sadhika, I'm not stopping you. I'm worried for you. Look how angry you've become. You're such a sweet child. This is the harmful effect of playing an aggressive game which is not so suitable for your age.
I guess you're right. I really get angry when I play. I never realized that. But you should also understand that I really want to play.
Okay, Sadhika, I'll not question you further. You're smart enough. Why don't you get inspired from your elder brother who managed his time so well? Apart from academics, he started learning a new programming language to better himself in the field of technology.
Yes, Sadhika, that is right. I also love gaming like you do. But I realize instead of wasting my time on these futile games, I'm learning to create something of my own, which will be less destructive and more productive in nature.
Really? What is it that you're trying to do in gaming and technology?
I'm trying to understand how I can integrate academics with gaming and experience the best of both worlds together.
Bhavansh and Sadhika, you are both right in your own ways. I think reading more and updating yourself about its effects, both positive and negative, will help you streamline your gaming time.
I agree with you. Even I keep reading about technology updates on various blogs. Are you aware that you can also make a career out of gaming?
Not only this, if played for a limited time, gaming improves hand-eye coordination, faster reflexes, and even problem-solving skills. Think about it, Sadhika.
I'm worried for you, Sadhika. That is why we are having this conversation.
I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm trying to understand a little. I will read more about it.
If you are so passionate about gaming, why don't you explore platforms like Twitch and YouTube? You never know if you could create a partial career there.
Listen, everyone. I can allow gaming in this house only on one condition.
What is it, Dad?
You'll be more careful about the kind of games you're playing and also will manage your time when it comes to creating a balance between academics and playing.
Okay, that's a doable task. I'll promise I'll strike a balance in my life.
Therefore, friends, we must understand as students we shouldn't react with anger or agitation when our parents and teachers counsel us about playing digital games. Instead, we should rationally weigh the consequences and choose what is better for us. Let us become responsible. Thank you. Thank you all. This was quite informative and loaded. Let's unload ourselves once again by inviting Sanya Sharma.
सो गई है ये सांसें सभी अधूरी सी है कहानी मेरी फिसल जाए भी तो डरना कोई रुक जाने की जरूरत नहीं कागज के पर्दे हैं ताले हैं दरवाजे पे पानी में डूबे हुए ख्वाब अल्फाजों के खो गए हम कहाँ रंग साए जहाँ खो गए हम रंग साए जहाँ तेरे मेरे रास्ते हैं जादू इमारतें हैं मैं भी हूँ तू भी है यहाँ खोई सोई सड़कों पे सितारों के कंधों पे हम नचते उठते हैं यहाँ
Indeed, today we really got an insight into the world of technology like never before. It's time to get some more insights from our very own mentor and expert, our respected academic coordinator, Ms. Ritesh Sharma. I would like to invite ma'am to share her thoughts on the evolution of technology.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Moksha, for inviting me. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Class 9D for crafting a beautiful assembly, the first individual assembly. So, my heartiest congratulations to the class. Uh, Talking about the assembly first and how you staged the entire performance and talked about technology starting from the poem to the song and then showing the conversation between the CEOs. And the Q&A and those tech trivia and those tech tips that you shared with us towards the end talked about gamification. I think the topic at this point of time couldn't have been more apt. Thanks to technology, we are able to see and meet each other in the digital space. Having said that, it is also true that we know that in the 21st century, technology is the engine of the ever growing change that we see around us. You beautifully depicted how technology can be a useful friend, but with a watchword that it can be a dangerous master as well. So you talked about how you can maintain equilibrium while using technology. You talked about different perspectives of students and parents and teachers. What I also liked in your assembly was that you talked about some research based facts, and when you were talking about that couch surfing app, or when you were talking about what can be done if in Apple phone a particular app or app store is not seen, and so you gave us some handy tips as a user of technology that we are. So once again, heartiest congratulations for the first assembly, and you've raised the bar. And my heartiest congratulations once again to the entire class 9D and the class teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we close today's assembly, I would like to thank our respected principal, ma'am, Ms. Anuradha Handa, who gave us this platform to present an assembly on such a relevant topic. Our class teacher, Ms. Tanya Jain, and our assembly in charge, Ms. Cheena Sehgal, for giving us this forum and opportunity to share our thoughts and feelings. Hope you all enjoyed this assembly on the theme of evolution of technology. As we part and say a virtual goodbye, I wish you all good health. Stay safe